No niin, ja kaikille, jotka eivät ole nyt paikalla, niin nautihan tästä livestä jäljestäpäin. AMD Ces 2023 alkaa aivan kohta, aivan kohta. Kohta se hullutus käynnistyy siellä. Aivan näillä hetkillä. Minä hullu vielä nousin katsomaan tätä näin aikaisin. Siis normaaleja ihmisten aikoja, mutta kun ei ole mitään toivetta aamuisin nousta tähän aikaan, niin ei se ole edes pahaa. Kahvia ja semmoista. Mitä on tuossa tutkinut, moni ottaa tosiaan paljon uutta 3D-prosessoria. Varsinkin Amerikan pääty. Siellä kuolataan sen prosessorin perään. Toivotaan, että nyt AMD pitää siellä lupia näistä asioista. Toivotaan, jotta uutta näytöohjanta, itse en tiedä, julkaisua. Nää en oo mitään ennakkojuttuja kuunnellut, enkä näy paljon mukavampi kun kattoo näkee, että mitä ne ite tuopi sinne. Iltaa tai huomenta melkein, muumihan se siellä. Kiitoksia tykkäyksestä, joo, se on mennyt tähän kun hulluihin aikoihin näitä AMD-lähetyksiä tulee, niin ei tiedä onko se aamu vai ilta. Saa nähdä nyt. Kohta pitäis lähteä. Tää äkkiä vilikasta. Kyllä se ihan kohta pitäis alkaa. Ei kyllä kauan olla pakko alkaa. No niin, laita jo tuolla AMTstä viimeisessä viesti, että miksei oo Markus Gamingillä live päällä. Kyllä täällä, joo. Kyllä täällä on live päällä. Se on tämä YouTube, miksihän se ei anna Tuliko muuten ilmoitusta nyt kummallekaan? Joo, ei se kannattaa alkaa nukkumaan jossain vaiheessa korjaamaan, jos on vaikka semmosilla hikku kouluun menoa on tai mihin vaan menoa. Sitä huomennahan on pyhä päivä kaikilla, vaikka os miten päin. Joo. Huomasitko kun laitoin Joo, kiitoksia. Olin tulossa siihen, että kiitoksia oli tullut. Lukihan siellä. Nyt sai eilen laitettua lisää noita juttuja, niin kiitoksia todella paljon, niin niin, mitä mulla nyt piti sanoa? Hetkonen, eikö kohta? Niin, mitä mulla? Niin, nyt mulla on semmonen juttu, jos joku laittaa vaikka nyt tuommoisen tonaten tai niin kuin sinä laitot tai tulee uusi seuraaja tai jotain, niin se nyt pitäisi näkyä liveissä kesken kaiken tuolla Twitchin puolella. Pitää varmaan tonne YouTubeenkin laittaa se jossain kohti semmonen juttu, joo. Tää vaan nyt toivoa, että joo, ja kiitoksia todella paljon. Nyt aamusta tosiaan vielä näki, että tuolta tai nyt aamusta. Joku täytyy sanoa mutkin laittaa, niin se. Niin. No joo, se nyt on semmonen. Se on joo. Pitää pikkuhiljaa anna noit hankintoja tehdä Sehän olisi julma kotelo ja iso kumikka. No ei minä tiedä, ei se nyt niin iso ole ja näin, että joo. Santeri Pus. No niin, huomenta. Eli setterihän se siellä, joo. Se oli kyllä siinä ja siinä, että jakson nousta tähän. No jaksohan sitä nousta. No huomenta. Tulee. Kuinkahan paljon tuo tulee myöhässä? Kyllä se yli 8000 katsoja. Kyllä se jonkun verran tulee myöhässä. No. Kyllä se sieltä ilmestyy, joo. No niin, ja huomenta Joppukselle, joo. Nyt.
To tap into the powerful network of minds, ideas,
Tää
and
tuo
possibilities
tekstitys
that are
ottaa
gathered right
pois.
here. Because the stakes are higher than ever. Food insecurity, climate change, access to healthcare.
Sitten go.
These are the critical issues technology has the power to solve. The kind of tech that is already emerging around us, impacting every industry, every city, and every home.
Itse nyt ajattelin valava tämän AMD-streamin loppuun, sit mennä väsäilee sakkaa ja sit nukkuu. Vielä reilu 2 tuntia, niin pääsee nukkuu. Onneksi sitten pääsee nukkumaan, joo. Eipä tossa tullutku. Tuliko sitä 3 tuntia nuku?
Yes, the tech we'll see at CES will impress and astound us. It will also motivate us to innovate our way to a healthier, more sustainable world. But this kind of transformation requires our full attention, everything we've got. So be ready, be engaged,
Tässä on joku aamu. Alakumaan.
Be in it.
Joo.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the president and CEO of the Consumer Technology Association, Gary Shapiro.
Welcome to CES 2023. I am so happy to see you here today.
Kohan tämä.
And I'm also pleased to welcome back to the CES keynote stage one of the tech world's most visionary leaders, AMD Chair and CEO, Dr. Lisa
hiiri tuolta pois.
You know, Lisa has been a keynoter at CES several times, most recently joining us here on this stage in Las Vegas in 2019, but also digitally in 2021. Now, since my last conversation with Dr. Su on a keynote stage, our world has changed dramatically. Back in early 2021, first responders and frontline workers
on tosi
were just
joo.
getting the
Minä en
first
muistanut
vaccine
laittaa sitä
doses,
perhana
developed, of
viivettä
course, with the help of
pienemmäksi.
high performance and adaptive computing. Cut to today.
No,
What do we see?
mitä noita ulkomaalaisia on kuunnellut, niin ne ottaa sitä uutta 5800 X, ei kun 7300 prosessoria siis.
Scientific research, healthcare, and safe driving. Not to mention the gaming equipment and software the brand is known for. Now, none of this would be possible without a leader like Dr. Su. She's actually a real and true immigrant success story, having immigrated to the US from Taiwan at a young age, pioneering new research as a grad student,
kyllä,
and making a
tuo
real impact at
FSR-kolmonen.
Texas Instruments, IBM, and Freescale Semiconductor before joining AMD. She has pushed AMD to diversify and invest in new technologies, helping AMD become the industry leader it is today. More recently, she has served on President Biden's Council of Advisors on Science and Technology. And in fact, last year, won the International Peace Honor for achievements in high-performance computing, donation of supercomputing power for infectious disease research, and inspiring young people to pursue careers
joo, nuo
in STEM.
pienemmät kyllä.
It's incredible. To share more on her vision for the future of computing, please welcome AMD Chair and CEO, Dr. Lisa Su.
No niin. Tuleehan se sieltä. Kiitoksia tykkäyksestä. Pitää käydä äkkiä kahvia.
Where the world's most advanced processors meet the world's most important challenges. This is where, together, we advance. Together, we discover stars instead of wishing on them. We use supercomputers to help change the nature of climate change. We supercharge renewable energy and accelerate the pace of discovery. Together, we push limits.
On siellä aina porukkaa ollut paikalla.
To shatter records with some of the world's fastest processing speeds. To work smarter, bridge oceans, and save more than the day. Together, we see power and potential. We tilt the fight in our favor with AI and AR. We lose ourselves in new worlds and create them pixel by pixel. Together, we turn the hardest problems into the greatest possibilities. AMD. Together, we advance.
Kyllä.
Thank you.
Näin on. Pekku, morjesta. Moro, moro.
Thank you so much, Gary, for that wonderful introduction. And good evening, Las Vegas. How's everyone doing tonight?
Kyllä tuo korona on vaikuttanut.
It's so wonderful to be here. Really want to welcome everyone who's also watching on the Worldcast. And I would say that it's so wonderful to be back here in person this year. I am so honored to be opening CES 2023. Now, we have a lot of new products and a lot of new technologies to show you tonight. So let's go ahead and get started. You know, this is truly an incredible time to be in the semiconductor industry. If you think about what the last few years have been, you know, there have been many challenges, but there's also been this incredible surge in demand that stressed all aspects of our supply chain. But one thing is true. The pandemic made it clear that semiconductors are absolutely essential to everything that we do. Virtually every product, every service, every experience in our lives is powered by semiconductors. Whether you're talking about cloud services or how we work, game, and connect, chips have become a critical enabler of everything in our modern life. And with the growth of AI across all of these applications, the technology is becoming even smarter and more sophisticated every single day. Now, at AMD, we're all about pushing the envelope in high performance and adaptive computing and using technology to create solutions to the world's most important challenges. Tonight, I want to give you just a peek into all of the ways technology is transforming how we do things. We have a fully packed show for you, and I'm really excited to be joined by some of our closest partners to discuss what we're doing across AI, hybrid work, gaming, healthcare, aerospace, and sustainable computing. So let's get started with AI. AI is truly the most important megatrend for the future of tech.
Siksi se ei Nvidia ollut näyttämöissä tuossa, koska sillä ei ollut paljon mitään näyttää siellä.
To uncover patterns and make predictions on future outcomes. Now, we're already using
Joo,
AI every day.
Vähän
Think about
lisäajukset
Siri or
ovat
Alexa
kerenneet
on your
harmaantua
smartphone or your
sitten
smart
viimein.
device,
Joo,
or when you're doing shopping,
onne.
identifying your shopping preferences online, or creating individualized medical treatments, or even predicting weather patterns and numerous other business applications.
Joo.
The full potential of AI, though, can only be realized when it is available across a range of devices, from intelligent endpoints to the edge to the cloud. And to bring the right level of AI
Onhan
capability
se
to all
jo
devices,
kuudessa
we need multiple
kymmenissä
compute
hyvinkin.
engines, and that means CPUs, GPUs, and adaptive accelerators. And we are one of the only companies in the world that have all of these engines. So let me start today with a brand new accelerator that we're bringing into the market.
58,
AMD
jotta
XDNA is a highly configurable
57.
AI accelerator that originated from our acquisition of Xilinx. What it does is it actually allows us to scale from PCs to intelligent endpoints to edge devices and even into the cloud. And what we've done with this architecture is it's actually very configurable. So you can really configure it for the right application and the right power efficiency. And because of this, we can deploy XDNA broadly across our entire product portfolio. Now, the first use of this architecture in AMD products will be in our Ryzen mobile CPUs for notebooks.
Jaha.
So today, I'm very proud to announce the all-new Ryzen 7040 series.
lisää, älkää unohtako etuliitettä, kyllä. Niinkö se on tohtori? Oho,
Now, you guys know we
740
always use
series.
CES to announce our new notebook products.
Word
And this is our
busted
next generation
ultra
processor for
profes.
ultra notebooks. And it's the industry's first
RTN
mobile x86 processor
NA3.
to integrate a dedicated
Kyllä
on-chip
sieltä on
AI
jotain
engine, which we
jytkyä.
call Ryzen AI. It features up to 8 Zen 4 cores, our latest RDNA 3 graphics, and our new Ryzen AI
Kyllä
engine
tuommoinen
that runs
prossu
4 dedicated
kelepas.
AI streams simultaneously, delivering up to 12 trillion AI operations per second. Thank you very much. As you guys know, I love showing chips. So here is the all-new 7040.
Oho. Siellä se on.
This chip uses 4-nanometer process technology, and it has more than 25 billion transistors, almost twice as many as our Ryzen 6000 generation. There you go. Take good care of it, please. So let's take a look at some of the performance. You can see that the Ryzen 7040 is significantly faster than both our x86 competition as well as Apple. In CPU-intensive workloads like Cinebench, we're delivering up to 34% more performance for
Tuolla
gamers.
Cinebenchillä, mutta jos
In AI,
pelikäytössä
we
on parikymmentä
outperformed the Apple M2
prosenttia,
by
niin
20%,
ihan mukava
while our x86 competition
boosti.
doesn't have an on-chip dedicated
Toivottavasti
AI
olisi
engine.
ihan AM5
And then when you
kantaan
look at
tulossa myös
gaming, we're more than
apupiirejä.
20%
Niinpä,
faster.
toivotaan
So
parasta.
let's take a look at some of that performance in action. What we're showing here is a time-lapse video of the popular Blender rendering application. On the right is our top-of-stack Ryzen 7040 CPU with Apple's best
Oho.
in the middle.
Kyllä
and
se
Intel's
juoksee
highest-end
tuo
ultra-thin chip on the left.
794 HS tuolla.
I'm going to let the demo go for just a little bit.
Tuossa on Apple ja
Just a little bit.
Intelin leivistä. Ihan hyvä vauhti. Eli voidaan läppärilläkin jo
So
vähän
as the demo
tehdä.
completes for AMD, what we see is the Ryzen system is 30% faster than Apple and 45% faster than our x86 competition. And this just shows you the tremendous overall performance. But it's not only about performance, it is very much about battery life. So with our 4-nanometer process technology, and frankly, our designers have been spending a tremendous amount of effort trying to optimize power across the entire design, the Ryzen 7040 series will enable more than 30 hours of battery life, which is just simply fantastic.
Oho.
Now, what I'm most excited about with the new 7040 is actually the Ryzen AI capability. As I said, this is brand new for us to integrate on chip. And what it does is it'll actually open up a whole new set of experiences for our users. Things like more lifelike collaboration experiences with enhanced audio and video. Think about content creation being much more productive, or gaming performance being more real
No
time.
niin, heti
And
on
even
siellä
when you think about
tuottavan
security, we can use AI to change the way we monitor security.
Ainahan se on,
there's
kun
a lot
tehoa
of
oli
excitement in the
enemmän.
industry around our Ryzen 7040 series. You're going to hear from some of our partners. But I wanted to make sure that you guys saw that the first Ryzen 7040 notebooks will be available in March. And we will have more than 250 ultra-thin gaming and commercial notebook designs spanning our entire Ryzen 7000 series portfolio on track to launch this year.
Joo, tuohon sinne pensiosta penkki. Vähän niinku voimannostossa penkkipunnerus, niin tietokoneella on tuo sinepenssi.
To truly unlock the full potential of our silicon, we need to have very deep partnerships with our software and our system partners. And so that brings me to our first guest. Microsoft represents our deepest and broadest partnership spanning across hardware, software, and systems, and also across client, edge, and cloud. So let me welcome Microsoft EVP and Chief Product Officer, Panos Panay.
Nonni. Microsoftia siinä.
All right, your jacket's pretty rad. It's pretty rad.
Jaa,
cool
siellä takkia kehuttaa, siellä takkia kehuttaa.
Panos was not supposed to embarrass me in the first 5 seconds.
Oi joo.
It's great to be here, Lisa. I'm so excited. Like, we're in person. I mean, last time we did this, it was digital. It's been ages since I've been in front of a crowd. This is really cool.
It is a pretty good crowd, though, tonight. What do you think?
It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a great crowd. Good energy. Good energy. A lot of familiar faces.
It is fantastic to have you here.
Thank you.
I would say, you heard everything I said about Microsoft as our partner. You guys have an incredible mission for, where technology is going, and our teams have done so much together over the years. So can you talk a little bit about, that collaboration?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's good. And like anchoring on the vision is perfect. Like start there. Like at Microsoft, we remain just guided by our mission. It's what drives me. It's what drives our teams. The mission to empower every human on the planet, every organization on the planet to achieve more through technology. And I think we do that together. I think Microsoft and AMD have a long history, an incredible history, and a partnership, as a matter of fact, that has an impact in making a difference for people through tech. Now, Lisa, I think more than ever, I feel it's our responsibility to create experiences together. And like you just talked about it, there's so much transformation happening right now. These experiences need to empower and amplify what people can do with tech. And I can certainly say we're really on that path already. If you think about Xbox Series X and S, I'm sure we have some fans in here, ultimately powered by AMD's SoCs.
Xbox fans?
These are products we designed together all the way to the innovation and experiences created across the silicon, Windows 11, including the Pluton security that you've so amazingly brought to market, and we're proud of that. And ultimately, even the work that you do with us on Azure, like it all comes together so beautifully and comes together. I feel like our partnerships continues to grow, and the difference that you're making in the world is pretty awesome.
Well, I really appreciate that, Panos. You just heard me talk about Ryzen 7040.
Kyllä sinä penssi ensimmäinen testi kuvaa aika hyvin prossuja IPC-suorituskykyä, kun alkaa verrataan. No joo,
the importance of AI. We've really had our teams working on this, really big sprint with bringing Ryzen 7040 to the market. So can you talk a little bit about that and what people can expect?
Kyllähän sillä sinä penssillä tietenkin joku muuhit tarkoitus täytyy olla, kun se penkki juttu. Tuohon oli vaan aiempi meikän näkemys asia.
And we are right now, right this moment, at an inflection point. This is where computing from the cloud to the edge is becoming more and more intelligent, more personal, and it's all done by harnessing the power of AI. Lisa, here's the way to think about it. AMD has been at the forefront of compute tech for a very long time and continues to be. I think we're going to see a lot of that today. But now AMD is also at the forefront of AI technology with Ryzen.
Minä pistäisin melkein siihen kaikki samaan skaalaan tuo sinne penssin kanssa. Toisaalta ei niin tärkeää, mutta kuitenkin tärkeää kertomaan sitä johtosuorituskykyä siinä. Johtosuorituskyky, osasuorituskyky.
That's what he said. So, can you give us just a little bit of
an example? Pelleihin liity millään lailla.
So, look, when you take Ryzen AI, here's the easiest way. It was kind of in your slides, but if you
2016 myy AMD osakkeen,
these are pretty powerful. Now we're living in a time, these effects enable us really to be seen, to be heard,
Ai
to participate
että
with one another,
mitä.
really unlocking that
Mutta
human connection we all crave. It's super important to be able to connect with one another. I mean, just a year ago,
no
we
joo,
were leveraging our PC
kyllä
streams
se
in
on
such a big way, and
sillenkin
we continue to be. And now you
ollut
bring in pinch blur, you
rahaa.
bring in eye contact, you bring in automatic framing, you bring in noise suppression. There are so many different things that AI bring to the forefront. You can't see, but you can feel it. This is so important. So when you're connecting with somebody else, you either have that direct eye contact, that background blur without disappearing into it, which is so important, or the framing that you can see here on Sheila where it auto frames. These experiences, though,
totta kai jos sinä
they demand
penssiä ja niin
trillions of
testaa
operations
sitten
per
yhdellä
second to your
koreella
point,
ja
and where you're pushing it.
alkore-testit,
Here's
niin
what's
voi
awesome.
verrata.
They can
Kyllä,
now run on
joo.
AMD's AI engine, not taxing the CPU or GPU while only consuming a few hundred milliwatts. What does that mean? What does that mean? Like, get out of that jargon. It means you get this incredible AI power. You sacrifice no
Minä olen
battery
vaan
life,
pitänyt
you
sitä
sacrifice no performance,
Cinebenssiä
essentially
testinä
no
muiden
performance. In essence,
testien
letting you run
joukossa.
the powerful
Sitten
natural
taas
language
peli
models. And what does it translate to? It means I
suorituskyky,
can
niin
connect
se
with human beings
mitataan
without anything
omassa
getting in
niin
my
kuin
way and doing whatever else I want to do on the
tiedetäänkin.
PC at the same time.
Niin
Well,
kuin
it
ennen
is
minuakin jo
absolutely the way of the future.
tiedetty.
It's what we
näin.
believe in. I know that it's what we've spent a lot of time on. Now, we're very excited about Ryzen AI and bringing some of the Windows Studio effects to the market. But
Niin, no
Manos,
joo.
just one more question, because we're here at CES, and everybody wants to know what's next, and our team
Se
spent a
on
lot
vaan
of time
tuo
on the future. You
Cinebenssin
spend a
oma
lot of time on the
testi
future. So
muiden testien joukossa.
no. This is. Let's tell
On
the
sama
world
kuin
what
olisi
some of the future
ostanut
may bring.
Bitcoinin vuonna 20 nyt kaduttaa, kun meni ostamaan sillä bits.
Not with 2,000, 3,000
Niin.
people in front of us.
There might be a few more online too.
Yeah, it feels different. All right, let me offer this. Here's a thought. Like, yeah, I'm a mouse and keyboard person.
On
This
niinku
is how I
hyvä
started
tuo,
at Microsoft. Take a lot of pride in my heritage in that.
vaikka
But
se
I would say just like the
3D-prosessori,
mouse
sehän ei pärjää
helped reinvent the
tuossa
graphical user interface, it was
Cinebenssissä
such a
niin hyvin kuin ne
important
muut
part when the scroll wheel came and what it meant, what
sen
pointing meant. Things started to
hintaset,
transform. I
mutta
know it's a simple
pelleissähän se
example,
on
but it's
kakun
meaningful to me.
takia ylivoimaton mestari.
How
Verrattuna vaikka
everything
5900 tai 5800X.
like these large generative models, like think
Tai
language models,
5950X.
code gen models, image models, these models are so powerful, so delightful, so useful, personal, but they're also very compute intensive. And so we haven't been able to do this before. We have never seen this intense workloads at this scale before, and they're right here. It's going to require an operating system that blurs the line between the cloud and edge, and that's what we're doing right now. And then it takes the right silicon in the right place to deliver the best experience for our customers, because now you can do what you want to be doing at an exponential level. Like nothing stops you from the chip all the way through to the cloud, enabled in great part by what you're doing, Lisa. I think the next generation of these products are going to inspire a ton. That's what I think. Is that all right?
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Panos.
Okay.
I
Thank you for having
appreciate
me.
so much for being here, and thank you for the partnership.
Sehän kävi puhumassa niitä näin.
All right,
Sitten
so now let's move to another very important area, which is around hybrid work. Now, while many of us have really been working remotely over the last couple of years, there's a lot more we need to do to make hybrid work and remote work more seamless. Now, according to a recent survey, more than 80% of employees say that they like the flexibility of working from home and it makes them happier. But more than half of those employees also say that their connectivity issues are actually limiting their career. And only 25% of people believe their organizations are really prepared for hybrid work. And when you look at the biggest issues that are limiting productivity, actually, I think every one of us has experienced this, right? You're in a hybrid meeting, you're just getting to the most important part of the discussion, and something happens. Your audio drops, your video freezes, or your laptop runs out of battery. We know that technology can make this much better. And we believe that deep co-engineering at the solution level is really required to make hybrid work frictionless for both users and also IT departments. And so to talk more about how we're approaching this opportunity, let me introduce my next guest, HP President and CEO, Enrique Lores.
Cinebenssissä nyt ihan turvasuhteessa. Tämä ei ole tarkoitettukaan mihinkään katsontaan muistiin. No niin.
Enrique, thank you so much for joining us on this very important topic.
Okay.
You know, HP has been a wonderful partner with AMD. We've done so much together. And you've also been really a thought leader on how hybrid work is evolving, and you've spent a lot of time talking to customers about it. So what are you hearing?
So first of all, Lisa, thank you for inviting us to participate here. I think what we are experiencing is probably the biggest change in how people work that we are going to see in our lifetime. If we think about how are we engaging now with our teams, how do we motivate them, how do we measure their productivity, is very different from what it was. Think about the role of the office and how what people do in the office is totally changing from what we used to do only a few years ago. And think also about new professions and new type of work that is growing. For example, our estimate is that in 5 years from now, 50% of the workforce in the US are going to be freelancers. All these are radical changes that are opening the opportunity for disruptions, for opportunities, for innovation, and this is what makes the current situation so attractive and so relevant for all of us. So really excited about the changes that are happening and the opportunities for partnering this is bringing.
I completely agree with you. I think that the changes give us opportunities. I think innovation
Niinhän se on,
requires us to
näissähän
really work
on
differently.
aina
This
tätä.
is one of the things I really appreciate so much about our relationship, because it really is about how we co-engineer for some of these new challenges. Can you talk a little bit about how our teams are now working differently together?
Sure. I think there has been a very fundamental change on how the two teams have
Missähän
been
Kiinassa
working
tuo
from
kaveri
how
on
we used
asunut,
to
kun
work
ei
in the
enää
past.
normi
Now we all
Amerikka
start by
oikein
really
luonnista.
identifying what are the user needs we are going after, what are the customer pain points that we are trying to address, and then by putting the two engineering teams together to address and to find the right solutions. And what we have
Joutuu ihan
found is that
tosissaan
when we put the
kuuntelemaan,
HP team
mitä
and the
tuo
AMD
puhuu.
together, and they can really think together about the solutions they're bringing, magic happens. And magic is really what we are after, because this is really what creates innovation and what drives customer satisfaction.
Well, one of the things I know that the engineering team tells me is they can't actually tell, who has which badge on when they're working together. Now, along those lines, you had a very exciting announcement this morning on your new Dragonfly Pro device, which is one of the things that we worked on together with our Ryzen processors. Can you tell us why this is such a big step forward?
Sure, and I think this is a great example of how the two teams together can really deliver wonderful things. Today we announced the Dragonfly Pro product, and really this is targeting the freelancer community that I was mentioning before.
No niin,
and
joo.
it's really designed to address the needs of this new and growing customer segment. For example, we know that for these people, having a long battery life is tremendously important.
Olikohan se Nvidia-striimi vähän semmonen ennalta arvattavissa? Tältä minä vähän
By working together, we have
en
been
niin
able to
suoranaisesti
deliver 40% higher password score than the M1
menisi
that was the
sanomatta
leading
mitään
product
sieltä
until now.
tulee.
We also know how important it is for these people to get the right type of customer support. They don't work for large organizations like ours, but they need the support that whenever they are having a problem with an application or with their device. We have built a solution, a service in the device that just by clicking a button, they can get that type of support. We also know that now communication has become critical for these customers. So we have built all the technology, HP Presence technology, to make sure they always get the right audio and the right video. So really we have integrated in this solution the right experiences that these customers are going to be demanding.
No, it's fantastic. I know we're very excited. It's an amazing product. It really highlights, the benefits, as I said, of really optimizing hardware, software, and systems together. Now, can you share a little bit about some of the other products that our teams are working on for 2023?
Testaa vain ytimien raakan nopeuden ilman katsen tai muistien tuottamia pullonkaula. Joo. Tonnisarja Ryzenit siinä pärjäsi sikaa hyvin. Joo. Niin, mitä on nähnyt tonne 700X ja näitä, niin siellähän on ollut jo ihan hyviä lukemia. 4600 keikä ei sille meinannut, ei vakiona ainakaan pärjää.
And I want to take this opportunity to say thank you
Jos
for all the
oikein
innovation that your
muista.
team has brought. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Enrique. It's been a wonderful partnership.
Thank you.
Really appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, now let's move to the world of gaming. Do we have any gamers in the house?
No niin. Vähän pelijuttuja väliin.
So you guys
Niin,
know at
kyllä.
AMD, gaming is actually in our DNA. We love gamers, and we're intensely focused on bringing the best experiences possible to the more than 3 billion gamers around the world, the majority of whom actually play on either PCs or consoles. AMD Ryzen processors and Radeon graphics are at the heart of gaming all over. When you think about gaming PCs from OEMs or DIYers, the PlayStation 5, Microsoft Xbox Series X and S, Valve Steam Deck consoles, cloud gaming services like Microsoft's xCloud, and we're even bringing high-end gaming to cars with the newest generation of Teslas. In the last few months, we launched our new Ryzen 7000 series CPUs and Radeon RX 7900 series GPUs, which has been really exciting. But we know a growing number of gamers want to game everywhere, and today we have a number of products to talk to you about on both the mobile side and as well as the desktop side. So let's start first with mobile, with our Ryzen 7045 CPUs.
No.
The Ryzen 7045 HX series is our first mobile CPU based on a
704
triplet design.
HX
It's for
series.
gamers and creators who want the
16
highest
ydintä,
processor performance in a notebook.
RTNA 2
It combines
graphics.
up to 16 of our high-performance Zen 4 cores with boost speeds
Oi,
up
oi,
to
oi, oi.
5.4 gigahertz and up to 80
5,4
megabytes of
gigahertz
on-chip memory and
läppärissä.
5nm process technology. So let's just take a look at the performance. Our previous generation Ryzen 6900 HX series were already phenomenal for 1080p gaming. But what we're doing with the 7945
CS:GOssa yli 40%. Ja muissa pelleissä ihan mukavaa lisää on niinku Warcraft 6.
And when you look at content creation and
Ja
productivity
siellä on
applications,
tietysti
when we compare against our competition,
Geekbenchit ja nämä
those 16
Cinebenchit,
Zen 4
Blenderi ja
cores are delivering
Handbrake
significantly more performance,
170%.
50% faster across a wide range of applications that will enable creators to accomplish so much more with this notebook. Now, the 7945X enables a different
yhden koren
category of mobile
testissä
laptops
kyllä.
for gaming and content creation, but we're also bringing new mobile gaming GPUs to the market today. The RDNA 3 that we launched in the desktop, we're now launching our first products in laptops with our new Radeon RX 7000 mobile GPUs. And what we're doing here, the first chip in the series, the RX 7000 series for gaming and creator laptops,
8
is the new
GB GDDR6 muisti ja
128 And what we have here
bittinen
is
väylä, mutta
32
75-120 TDP.
gigabytes of GDDR6 memory and a configurable power that allows us to adjust for the best balance of performance and battery life across a wide range of system designs. So let's take a look at some of the performance here. What we see for these guys in 1080p,
RTX 3060 verrattuna Metrossa melko hyvä parannus Cyberpunkissa, Resident Evil Villagessa ja Witcher 3.
Now, you're going to see these guys in the market very, very soon.
Ihan
So we'll have
hyvää silloin, kun puhutaan
and Radeon
läppäristä.
7600 MXT laptops starting in February. And you'll see even more gaming notebooks coming later this year, including some new AMD Advantage notebooks.
En ymmärrä.
So to talk more about how we bring some of these products to life,
Käyttäjä on helppo verrata, eihän sen tarkoitus olekaan mistään pelisuorituskyvyistä. No eihän se oo, sehän on oma suorituskykymittari, sillä minä sanoin jo aiemmin tuossa oman mielipiteen, että se on niinku oma penkkikisausa, oi, tuo Cinebenssi.
Welcome, Matt. It's so great to see you here tonight. Thank you for joining us.
Well, good evening, everyone, and thank you, Lisa. And it's such a pleasure to be here with all of you during my favorite week of the year,
Se on varmaan,
CES.
no,
And honestly, what
sitäpä
makes
ei
this year
tiedä,
even more special
jokaisella on oma
is the honor of
mielipide
being here
noissa
on stage with
asioissa,
you,
että
Lisa.
Thank you.
So I'm so excited to have the opportunity to share more on our two companies' deep
itse
historic
aina
partnership
tekee sen, kun
and our strong
ja
shared
varmasti
commitment to keep
tuun
this flame
tulevaisuudessa
burning even
tekemään
brighter
kuin uuden
year after year.
prosessori aina kun
We
hommaan.
really,
Niin
really appreciate the
olipa
breadth
se
of our
miten
partnership
päin
with
vaan.
Lenovo. I think we've seen deep collaboration in a lot of products. So can you talk a little bit about some of those products?
Lisa, we've talked a lot about how collaboration is the key to unlocking innovation. And over the years, we've built a deep partnership
Lenovo
between Lenovo
kertaa
and AMD that
AMD.
spans from the data
Meinaako
center
ne
to the workstation and
yhteistyötä
all form factors of PCs.
pumpata
And we're stronger
entisestään?
together. And together, we really believe there isn't a problem or challenge that we can't solve. And at Lenovo, we're focused on a vision of developing and delivering smarter technology for all. And I know how deeply you personally and AMD share in that vision. And our partnership is really built on a proud history of decades of working together, bringing groundbreaking hardware and tech solutions to the market. And these include the ThinkPad Z series that we announced last year at CES together, which were among the first to use AMD Ryzen Pro 6000. And Lenovo was also the exclusive workstation launch partner with AMD's Threadripper Pro and our powerful ThinkStation P620. And that really has been a game changer in accelerating workflows across various
Pro
thank you so much, Matt, for the deep partnership. Now, we are in the gaming section, and I take it Lenovo knows something about gaming.
Ei minä nyt
So,
menis
can you talk about
mollaamaan
some of the products that you have,
Cinebenssiä. Se on
marketing at CES?
omaa testiä.
And in fact, look, since
Niin on
2017,
myös
we've launched Ryzen, our
handbrakeit
most
ja
powerful
kaikki
Lenovo
muut
Legion
sinne.
PCs. And as the world's #1 PC company,
Osalle
Lenovo is here to deliver our
tietokoneihmisistä
shared
muuten
vision
tärkeitä
to this
testejä
growing gaming
varmasti,
community
kun
by
ikänsä
providing the
ovat
best
tehneet
gaming
niitä.
hardware and experiences on the planet. And gaming communities are massive and growing, as you mentioned earlier. And esports, for example, is one of the fastest growing sports in the world.
Varsinkin
And so tomorrow
prossun
we are unveiling our first Lenovo Legion Pro
kellottajille.
series laptops. And they integrate the latest generation of AMD Ryzen 7045 series processors that you just launched, Lisa, to take gaming to the next level. And the new Ryzen 7045 HX
Silloin
series
kun
bring
1500
fantastic
Ryzenit tuli, niin monet käytti sitä Cinebenssin testaamiseen ja hakivat sillä jopa kurvekellojakin muiden testien lisäksi. No joo.
Yeah, no, it's wonderful. And I know there's a lot of new technology in the Legion Pro. So can you share a little bit about what we've done with some of those experiences?
Niin, ja Cinebens tuossa 2.3:ssahan on se 10 minuutin testi, niin sillä voi jopa hakea alakukelloja tai jotain.
And the multi-core power and performance we managed to
Niin kuin
tap
laitotti
in the CPU is truly
kurvekelloista ja
impressive.
näistä.
And this is going to be the most powerful AMD Ryzen gaming laptop we've ever released, and I can't wait for gamers to experience these new incredible platforms. And Lisa, we also agree that AI is one of the keys to unlocking improved and unmatched gaming experiences. And AI really elevates gaming with benefits including improving network bandwidth, lowering your device's power consumption, and increasing frames per second, and even more than that. And the new Ryzen 7000 series have been a big part of really making all of this happen. And we have AI engineered into our systems that can work alongside AMD Ryzen processors to dynamically tune the CPU for up to a target 5% boost in performance. And in doing so, we really pushed gaming performance far beyond what was thought to be possible.
Well, I think we both agree that Legion Pro is fantastic. And the other thing is we also realize that this is really just the beginning. So can you talk a little bit more about some of the future and what we should expect from Lenovo and AMD?
Absolutely. Well, as you know, this is just the beginning.
Ei turha, mutta sen tuloksia pidetään liian tärkeänä. No joo.
Workstations powered by AMD in 2023. That's a big number. So stay tuned because as we like to say, we're just getting started.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, Matt.
Thanks, Lisa. Take care. Thank you.
Okay, lots of systems will be out there, but now let's move into desktops. And I know a few of you may be waiting for some desktop chips, perhaps, right? Yes? No? Maybe? So one of the biggest recent innovations in gaming PCs has been our introduction of 3D V-cache memory technology in our Ryzen 5800 X3D CPUs last year. What we did is we used 3D packaging to stack memory on top of CPUs to deliver substantially more performance. When Ryzen 5800 X3D launched, it launched as the world's fastest gaming processor. And tonight, I'm very excited to announce that we are now bringing 3D V-cache technology to our Ryzen 7000 processors.
No niin, siinä se on AMD Ryzen 7800 X3 T5 5 GHz boosta, 104 L2 plus L3 jyritön. Kyllä sieltä saatiin sitä. Tuohan ei vielä kerro mitään, mutta Cyberpunkissa 10. Kyllähän se tuopi siellä. Kyllä.
But guys, as great as the 7800 X3D is, I've had a lot of our fans asking me for even higher end options.
Jaha.
So for tonight, I'm very happy to announce that we're
Nyt
also
tulee
bringing 3D
jytky.
V-Cache technology
Jytky.
to 12 and 16 core Ryzen
Siinä
7000
se on.
processors.
Jytky. 7950X. Ai saakeli 5,7 GHz ja 16 ytiminen. Nyt tuli Intelille vastus. Nyt tuli Intelille vastus.
It features 16 high-performance CPU cores,
144.
7 gigahertz, and a huge 144 megabyte cache. So let's take a look at some of this performance. In 1080p gaming performance versus the competition, you can see that the 7950 X3D is faster across a wide range of games, consistently delivering much higher frames per second, which makes this the ultimate processor for gamers and creators. So, when you think about
tuota verrattiin 13900 K meni AMD:n testien mukaan läpi, vaan sittenpä nähdään, kun testeissä nähdään. No, kyllä. Tuo oli kova tuo viimeinen juttu. Hintahan varmasti tulee olemaan. Se on älytön mitä ne saa, kun jopa se on jossain peleissä nopeampi kuin 5800 X3. No joo. Mutta on tuo 5800 X3, niin se on yllättävän kova prossu vielä. Ajatella, että viime vuonna tuli. Ja ei oo edes vielä vuoden ollut markkinoilla. Vaikka sehän nyt ei kerro mitään, mutta kuitenkin ikää painaa päälle.
So I'm very excited to announce that we will be bundling the game with our select Ryzen 7000 series CPUs starting later this month. And when I look at all of these things, what I'm very happy to say is we're going to have an incredible portfolio for you with Ryzen desktop processors. The new 7800, 7900,
siellä ne on. Kolme eri. Tämä on hyvä juttu. Enempi noita 3D-mahdollisuuksia. Tuo ylin taistelee sen 13900 KS:n kanssa. Mielenkiinto. Mikä hinta sitten? Niin.
Let's switch gears now and transition to a very different world where tech is making a huge difference. This is the world of adaptive computing.
Nyt ei perä. Jotta ne nakkaa hinnat pöytään.
So last year we acquired
niin paljon, ettei toi edes harkit. Varmasti menee tuo kalleen, niin.
Adaptive computing solutions are unique in that the hardware can be changed and optimized multiple times to perform whichever task you need. And this allows a chip to be adapted for optimal performance for a specific application.
No 5800 X3 oli melkein 500 euroa Suomeen tullessa. Niin voitte kuvitella mitä no parhaimmat maksaa.
And more than 6,000 different customers across
healthcare,
aerospace, industrial, and other embedded markets that are
se on
using our
kallis silti.
Let's start with healthcare. This is actually something that's very personal for me. I believe that technology should do good, and there's nothing more important than using technology to improve our healthcare. And this is being used in a number of areas. So to help us understand more about this, let's welcome a true expert in this field and one of our deepest healthcare partners, Bob DeSantis, EVP and Chief Product Officer at Intuitive Surgical.
Halapaahan se ei ole.
Thank you, Bob. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here.
Wow, it's exciting to be here. Thank you, Lisa.
I would say
Vähän
that
niinku
there's so much we have to
HPM2. Eikö
learn
mitä
about
se
what
oli?
technology can do in
HP2
healthcare. So can you tell us a little
aikanaan
bit about what
näytti
Intuitive does and
Oliko
what
se
it means to healthcare?
HPM2, kun ei muista mitä ne siihen.
Intuitive was founded on a vision that surgery could
Radio
be improved
7
by
survo.
leveraging advanced processing and electromechanical systems,
No joo,
i.e. robotics.
menee vielä vuosi
So we really work
hyvinkin,
at the
että vähän
intersection of
halapuu.
healthcare and technology
Niin,
to enable
HPM ja
surgeons to
HPM2,
ultimately help
joo.
patients. And the Da Vinci surgical platform, the Da Vinci surgical system, is the realization of that vision. And just some numbers to give you a perspective for kind of the scope and
Radio
impact that Da
7
Vinci's
oli
had.
viimeinen peli,
To
näyttis
date, over 11 million
mihin se
patients
jäi.
have benefited from
Se
having a surgical procedure performed on the Da
HPM-hullutus
Vinci
näillä
platform.
sitten.
Every day, every 18 seconds, every day right now, somewhere around the globe, a patient is having another Da Vinci procedure. So that means that in our short time here on stage, about another 12 patients will benefit from the Da Vinci surgical platform. To give you a feel for how the platform actually works,
7600X on nyt siellä, missä 5600X oli julkaisuaikana 300 euroa.
One, the surgeon, and also the patient. And this patient happens to also be an employee. In the video, we'll see 3 of our surgical platforms. The first is called single port because all the instrumentation goes into the body through a single access point about the size of a
Valvat
quarter.
lankutkin ovat. No joo, 200 euroa. Sillä saa 50 ja 200 euron välimaastossa, niin pitää se ottaa. Tonni sitä saa maksaa, että saapi. 700-1000, että saattaa ne kaikki kohtuu hyvät. Tai sais itse. Nyt tämän päivän hinnoilla. Vuosi. Ei ole vielä itsellä kiire. Kuitenkin AMD aikoo pysyä 3 sukupolvea aina tuossa AM5-kannassa, niin ei mitään hätää, ei mitään hätää. Se kertoo minulle aina jo paljon aikajäljennyksistä.
I'm a patient. I've had a Da Vinci surgery. My father was a patient. He had a Da Vinci surgery. In my everyday, I'm charged up about what we're doing, about building better products. We're thinking about different types of robots, different instruments to be able to do more jobs more efficiently.
Emo ja muisteihin vähintään 200 kyllä.
To the surgeons so that they can see yet more that the naked eye can't see.
Ja
Giving
loppujen
that
lopuksi
surgeon
se.
more information to do their job better.
Siksi en vielä itse vaihtaisi mihinkään, kun se TTR4 ja TTR5 muistien ero, se ei ole niin mahdottoman iso vielä, mutta toki siellä on eri prossut, Ryzenin välillä ei voi enää verrata.
Can you talk a little bit about how AMD technology participates?
AMD is critical for us. Our engineering teams are focused on developing systems that, again, enable surgeons to obtain better outcomes, improving and sometimes saving lives. AMD's adaptive computing technology is a key component in achieving this for us. We've worked very closely together to integrate your adaptive technology. Handling multiple real-time functions concurrently with real-time compute and with low latency is key, which is why we use adaptive socks to power the precise motion control of the arms, the visualization processing
No
and
niin,
augmentation,
tuohi on
and the safety
yksi, mitä
mechanisms of our
Santeri,
platform.
kyllä.
And when it comes to surgery, and especially robotic
Ajattelee
surgery,
nyt vaikka,
motion
että
control,
kun
visualization, and safety mechanisms are essential.
sinäkin tuosta
Having a multi-generational,
Upe-hommasta
scalable,
tai
and reusable
noista
compute
hommista,
platform
niin
helps
tauolle
Intuitive
vähän
integrate the
jäit,
same
niin
parts across multiple product platforms.
kannattaa itelle jotain välillä, jos vaan pystyy.
One of
Niin.
the things I found so interesting, Bob, was that Intuitive's technology can also help reduce the time to diagnose
Eihän ne nuo
disease
testit
and
ja
really
nuo
help
ilman
patients get answers
kattuu.
more quickly. So can you talk a little bit about this?
Absolutely, and I'll use lung cancer as an example. Due to current limitations with diagnosing lung cancer, it can take sometimes months, even years, to get a definitive diagnosis and treatment. Our ION platform Again, a robotically driven
Intelihän joutuu jo...
enables access deep inside the
Miten se
lung
oli?
that wasn't previously possible.
Oliko se sen meteoriittijutun jälkeen, niin taas kannan vaihtu Intelillä. AMD:llä ei onneksi.
And as you can see from the graphic, these are two patients with a suspicious
7, 8, jos sieltä 9 tulee, niin kolme ainakin polvea menee tuo Ryzenin samalla meiningillä.
We are so proud of our partnership and the role that adaptive computing plays to do things like this. Bob, I'm asking everyone, as you look out over the next few years, how are you thinking the future evolves and the role of AI in your products?
Yeah, with everything we're doing with our platforms today, we really believe we're at the tip of the iceberg. We currently have AI and AR integrated into our ecosystem and into our platform. We are further developing
Tämä on mukavasti pitempi AMD:llä tämä striimi, ei ollut semmonen tunnin huitasu niinku Nvidian. Tein kanssa niin ostin alkuun halppis P350, kun Ryzenit tuli sitten 400 emot tuli, niin ostin Jim tarjouksesta X3 VM, sillä meni pitkä. Siksi Intellivissä ei koskaan kannata laskea sen varat, myöhemmin päivittää prossu, että ensin ostaa hyvää emo ja heikon prossu, näinpä. No se on niitä yhtiösyitä, miksei pitempi aikavälisesti Intelistä sillä
medical imaging is another area where AMD technology is dramatically improving patient care. Whether it's CT scans or ultrasounds, our adaptive SoCs and FPGAs are used to create high-resolution scans in real time to diagnose medical conditions as early as possible. And tonight, we are announcing new Vitis medical imaging libraries that will make it even easier for medical device manufacturers to offer high-resolution imaging at 1,000 frames per second or more.
Niinhän se minäkin ostin silloin. A520 emoa ja siihen laitoin sen 4600 se. Nyt vasta viime kesänä ostin tuo emo ja löin tuon 5600 se siihen.
Sometimes we can't even do an X-ray. Before we started
se menee
using
vieläkin cross-highwaylla omassa koneessa. Niin vaan, jos se on tuo just, että kun pärjää niillä ja itsellehin varmasti. Tämä emo menee tässä loppuun asti.
Traditional ultrasound systems are expensive, they're not portable, and they're very difficult to use. And we got really excited about creating a solution that's wireless, that's inexpensive, and that's powered by artificial intelligence.
As a physician, we're using technology more and more in our practice, and it's important that we can trust that technology.
Menee sillä, AMD:n kannalta kansi ostaa kunnon, niin joo. Ja sit päivitellä prossua parempaa, kyllä. Jaha.
Software, automation, and artificial intelligence to bring all those controls and automations onto a single platform. It's incredibly inspiring to see our devices being used by thousands of users and affecting millions of patients' lives.
Ultrasound can help me save lives. In a few years, we'll have handheld ultrasound all over the province, and people will be able to diagnose conditions without their patients having to travel thousands of miles.
No niin. Aareissa.
Those are great stories, and I'd like to talk about another one, which is also a very interesting
Joo,
area.
näinhän se vähän on, kyllä.
Whether you're talking about virtual or augmented reality, but what really excites me most are applications that really help make our lives better. And we are seeing some amazing innovation
kellottajan näkökulmasta vaikka, tai jos noita muisteja säättänyt kellottamista sehin, niin ei hyvä, en suosittele kellekään tuota ainakaan no enkä muitakaan noita P550.
Hey, Lisa.
Welcome, Peggy. It's so wonderful to have you here.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
No joo, tuommoiset on niinku niitä. Ja sitten kuitenkin vielä tänä päivänä niin sukkot halavalla reilu 100:lla saa tuommoisia emoja. Oliko se 140? Riippuu mistä ostaa, tarjouksessa varmasti 100:lla.
Businesses are beginning to really understand the value this technology can deliver today. And let me start by saying that augmented reality and virtual reality are two very different technologies with very different capabilities and use cases. Virtual reality is great for things like
harkinnut niin, että joskus kun DDR5 pääkonneksin laittaa sieltä, niin sen koneen anna olla ihan semmosena, korkeintaan muistajasääjän tai jotta, että anna olla vaan se ihan pakkana muuten sitten.
So with highly immersive augmented reality, like that enabled by Magic Leap 2, that digital content can now become a digital twin of a factory or 3D visualizations of the data, or even a surgical plan where you can overlay on the patient a guide for the surgeon to operate. So it can also connect you with
ne erot vaan pienenee, mitä uudempiin juttuihin mennään vakio- ja ylikellotetun väliin.
From anywhere in the world, really, using Magic Leap 2 or even a laptop.
Well, it's fascinating technology, and I know we've been working on it together for a number of years. Congratulations on the launch of Magic Leap 2. Can you tell us a little bit more about what makes Magic Leap 2 so special?
Yeah, so a couple things. First is Magic Leap 2's optical stack. That's the thing that enables this industry-leading image quality when you put the headset on. The text legibility is very, very clear. There's a large field of view to put that digital content in front of. And then we have a first-to-market feature called dynamic dimming. That is a capability which allows you to darken the area behind the digital content so it appears even more solid in brightly lit settings, like an operating room. It's really needed in there. And then to power these capabilities, we needed a high-performance processor. There's a lot going on here, and it needed to be capable of driving experiences and use cases that our customer needed. And because of AMD's leadership in Zen cores and Radeon graphics, we partnered with your team to define a custom processor for Magic Leap 2. And we also developed a custom computer vision and AI processing engine that's been a key component to how Magic Leap 2 maps and then understands that physical world. And our collaboration with AMD has resulted in industry's most advanced augmented reality platform for enterprise. Well, thank you for that.
Todella hyvä. Ja oli jopa paljon parempi Erven kuin Asukseen CL6-laudassa. Niin, Kaoskin on sanonut, että se niin riippuu sitten. Toisaalta on hyviä. Kuulemma Night Visionilla on hyviä nuo P550 lankut. Pitää ostaa joku laadukkaampi sitten, jos noita vielä joskus ostaa.
Surgical planning and 3D visualizations of MRIs that can help a practitioner get a better understanding of the patient's anatomy before surgery and even guide them through an operation. And we've got a really great partner in Senti-R. They've developed this solution that connects physicians to live clinical data and the image of those on the Magic Leap 2 platform. And in certain procedures, physicians have to actually guide a catheter through the blood vessels of the heart. And they do that now while looking at a 2D screen in front of them. But with Senti-AR, the physician is able to see this 3D map of the patient's heart in front of their eyes and the location of the catheter all in real time. So this is absolutely game-changing for the industry. It's a use case that's really only possible with augmented reality.
It's amazing technology, really. So what's next for Magic Leap 2?
Okay, well, I'm excited to announce that we are now what's called 60601 certified, and that means we're approved to take into the operating room. Surgeon can wear it in. And we're currently the only AR device with this certification in place.
yllättävän hyvä, vaikka vaan 4C84 katse. No joo, kyllä.
On our platform a little bit later this year in the market.
It's fantastic, fantastic. It's clear that there's tremendous potential in healthcare. Now, I know you're also looking at a number of other use cases. What's next for this industry?
So the industry, first, we really need to focus on growing the content ecosystem that
sits on top of the platform like Magic Leap 2, and that will bring more and more utility to devices like this. And then we need to make it smaller. We want to have just glasses format at some point, but to do that, we need to offload a lot of the compute to cloud instances like those powered by EPYC CPUs.
Veltser,
Basic
moro
AI will
moro.
also play a big part by maximizing the value
Ja on
of the
siis
data that Magic
paskin
Leap
sen
2 can
2
process,
kivi.
so it can
Joo.
turn into actionable insights for the user. And it goes without saying that all of this will require very close collaboration with the industry.
I think, Peggy, again, our engineers love working with your team because it really is about collaboration and doing something that you might have thought was impossible. So we're very proud to partner with you. Congratulations on Magic Leap 2, and we look forward to making this next era of computing a reality.
Thank you, Lisa. Thanks for having me.
Meillä, joo. Silloin kun ostaa X670 ei hintaa 79.
Impact of high performance and
Et
adaptive
siitä on
computing.
halpaa
AMD has
enemmän,
also been a
joo.
trusted partner in aerospace for decades, and we
Se
continue to
on
work
niinku
with the
jotta
industry
aivan
that
järjetöntä.
innovates beyond
Siksihän se moni
boundaries of our
menneekin tuolla vähän
AMD solutions have
halvemmalla
been part of
luokalla,
many
kun ne
recent space
ostaa
missions,
tuota
from Mars
uutena
Curiosity
noita, niin
Perseverance
siellä on
to the
pakko
recently
mennä
launched
sitten
Artemis
niinku
moon mission.
nämä kun tullut
We've also been
aikana,
working
niin
with commercial
ostettu
partners
tuosta
in adaptive computing for
P550,
space
koska
travel
se on
as well as
kuulemma
for
vastannut niinku
communications. To
jotain
hear more about how AMD technology is helping to
470X.
power the future of space exploration, I'm pleased to welcome a former NASA astronaut and Air Force colonel
ja
with more than
halvempi.
180
Ville
days in
Kasineli,
space.
tuliko kyllä sieltä ihan suorituskykyistä 5008.
International Space Station, where she
Kun nyt
served as
minä
the lead
hyviä
robotics and
prossuja
science
on
officer.
tullut.
Please welcome Dr. Katie Coleman to the stage.
Kyllä sieltä jytkyä tuli. Kun tuo voitti tuo 7950X3 13900 KS, vaan nehän on AMD omia juttuja, että sittenpä nähdään kunnon testiä. Niin, emot on kalliita, justihan tuolla Joppus heitti, että 800 euroa yksi paras X670.
Lisa, just thank you for having me here. It's
Ja
been really
huomenta Ville 843. Siellä kalakeittoa väännetään.
So as a material scientist, I was really excited that my very first space shuttle mission was a science mission. And our results actually helped
näitä
design
avaruuden
the
ihmeisiä.
International Space Station as an orbiting
Nythän AMD vettää kovia
The second mission was led by
harppoja.
Colonel Eileen Collins, first woman commander of the space shuttle. And our crew successfully deployed the Chandra X-ray Observatory. This is a telescope that literally everything that any of us know about black holes was revealed by this telescope. And my third mission was my favorite, I have to say, because I got to live on the space station.
18 ihminen
and
aamulla
I got to
10
work there.
poron
And it's a
käristystä
testbed
tulos.
for going to the moon and Mars, and
Joo,
the
on
weightless
siinä,
environment
on
allows us
siinä.
to do experiments that we literally can't do here on Earth. And it forms not just space exploration,
Aikanaan
but
kävi
it's
Hyvinkään
pivotal for improving
hotellilla.
lives down here on Earth as well.
It's absolutely amazing.
Käytiin pari työpaikkaa kysymässä ja näin siis haastattelussa ja sitten yövyin siellä hotellilla ja aamulla syötiin. Kyllä siellä oli melko tuli mieleen noista jytky aamupallosta.
Well, so when you asked me
Gigabaitin paskehinta on 219. Joo, silloin oli Black Friday aikaa halvimmat oli 160-170. Äkkiä ne hinnat tulee sitten ylös. 300-400 oli kiinnostunut AM5-emot, kun mietin päivitystä. Joo. Sanotaanko, että vuoden päästä itse? Vuoden päästä voi olla semmoinen hyvä aika.
Especially when you put people on board those missions. And so whether it's a planetary probe or a space station or a rover, they take years to design and launch these kinds of missions.
Menee melko lähelle sitä 800 euroa kaikki ne.
With the technology we have at
vaikka jonkun 300 euron lanku ostaa.
That these critical technologies be adaptable.
Niinku
We need to be able to modify instruments and detectors. This was really big for me. I mean, instruments and detectors so that after the mission is launched.
No niinhän se on DDR4:nkin maksanut aikanaan, kun muistelkaapa mitä se. Minä en ole silloin ollut itse vielä koneetta käyttämässä. Oli jatkoajalla, niin väliajalla.
Perseverance or Percy, as
Eikö se DDR4:nkin ole, vaikka joku 3200 MHz, niin maksanut ihan mukavasti aikanaan, kun ne on tullut. Vielä joissa piireissä melko käytetty muisti. Kyllä se on suuri osa, menee jo sillä 3600 tai jollain semmoisella vakionopeudella. AMD-halpus loppui siihen, kun saavat Intelin nopeuskisassa kiinni. Oli hinnat pilvissä ennen koronaa.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a special use case to think about how the technology is being used. Now, I love hearing about how our technology is being used. Now, all of us at AMD are extremely excited that we participated in the recent Artemis 1 mission. We had a lot of tech in Artemis, so can you tell us a little bit about why that's so important for the future of space exploration?
First, can I ask, did anybody either see the launch in person or watch it on TV? It was simply amazing to see. I did actually see it in person, but I mean, this is a test mission, and the Artemis program is designed to return humankind to the moon, not just to work there for a few days, but to stay and to use the lunar surface as a testing ground for sending humans to Mars.
Mitenhän liet, tuleeko se tänään tokkilla tämä striimi, kun huomenna on pyhäpäivä, eikä ne varmasti perjantaina sitten veijä. Vaikka se Kokkonen meinasi, että kyllä ne sen vettää. Saa nähdä. Siitä on pari viikkoa, kun se sanoo.
This mission tested integrated systems for launching, for navigation, and for re-entry. And the next mission will have humans aboard that spacecraft in preparation for landing and future missions.
Tämä hinta on niin paljon, etteivät kehtaa kertoa. Kyllähän ne varmasti maksaa, sehän on selvä. Varmasti se halaavi 7800 X3, niin hetkonen. Oliko se nyt? Joo, niin se varmasti jo maksaa pelkästään sen 500 € ja siitä pomppaa ylöspäin. Kun maksoi 5800 X3, niin se 500 € Suomi hinnassa. Välillä on nyt saanut jopa 370 prosenttia.
For me, I don't, what I think is really amazing about the Artemis missions is that, the moon is not just a bright shape in the sky for me anymore. It's a place that we are going. And even the name Artemis is the sister of Apollo. It's very fitting because the first woman and the first person of color will take those first steps on the moon. So,
Pillalain. Kuusta. Moon.
I think Lisa and I both have our hands up. You never know. I'm retired from there now. But these are really exciting times. I mean, you should know that your child or the children of your friends and neighbors could very well someday live on the moon or travel to Mars.
No niin, nyt taas noita kuvitelmia, että kohta muutetaan avaruuteen kaikki. Kyllähän se mahdollista on joku päivä, mutta ei vielä. Siellä ei ainakaan ole mitään epäpuhtauksia, muuta kuin kalliot jyriise talojen kulmiin.
Tell us a little bit about, what you think we should be doing as an industry?
Well, the challenges I think that we face in exploration, they're big and they're hard, and I think they demand courageous and inquisitive young people, younger than probably anybody in this room, that they bring their vision, their ingenuity, and their cross-disciplinary scientific expertise to innovation and to design, and that is why STEM and STEAM are super critical.
I completely agree.
I think we can all help by making sure that all of us tell the stories of our work and our discoveries
Vielä saisi tulla
in
sit
ways that
juttua niistä
compel the next
Radeonista, että jos
generation
joku
to play a
tuommoista
part in
itsekin, paitsi
exploration, whatever kind they
7800X
choose.
julkaista,
Your
luulisi, että
stories
jotain
can
näyttistä edes.
ignite
Niinpä,
curiosity, which is
niinpä.
fundamental
Paitsi, että
to
ovat
science
ampuneet
and
nukeja
exploration.
kuuhun, että se
And just one
ei sitä
spark
puhtaa. No
can make a
joo,
difference. I know it did for me.
se pääsee.
It never occurred to me to become an astronaut until I was in college. And I went to the same college that Lisa did, a really neat technical school on the banks of the Charles
Pitäisi
River in
joku
Boston.
parempi paikka
And Dr. Sally
ehti.
Ride, the first American woman astronaut, came and she talked at MIT, and I went to listen to her. And that's when the light bulb really went off for me, which was that she was a person that I could relate to, and she had applied for and
Minä luulen,
qualified
että
for
vielä
this
joku päivä
amazing job.
ruvetaan
And for me,
ydinjätteet
it really
kärräämään
was a
avaruuteen,
revelation
kun
to
se on
realize that maybe
loputon
I, too,
suo.
could try to be qualified for that. And as professionals in STEM fields, I think that we both understand the nature and the number of the challenges that we face. I mean, and due to those, I mean, we really cannot leave behind any potential teammates, especially those who think differently than a lot of
Käytetään.
people on our
Se on
team.
nikistä mulle vahvasti
I'm actually just
tarttunut se
certain, Lisa, that
luulos on.
if women had walked on the moon 60 years ago, every one of us in this room would have a different
Luulla, ja
horizon
sehän ei ole
today.
tiedon vähän.
And that's one of the reasons that I'm so excited about Artemis and those goals becoming a reality. I mean, on these first missions, we may be sending just a few people to the moon, but we'll definitely be changing the world.
Ja välähti. No niin. Johan se. Tärkeitä asioitahan ne tietenkin on nämä jollekin.
Katie, I would, say,
Ja lopulta
I think
sua
you
voi
might have
pistää
inspired a few
takaisin,
people
kuten
tonight.
luontoäätikin
Thank you so
tekee
much for
koko
being
aika.
here.
Näinhän
Thank
se
you.
on, näinhän se on.
For having me. Thanks.
Kyllähän ne pitäisi vain järkevästi hävittää tuolta.
All right, so now for our final area of the night, let's turn to how we're bringing sustainable computing to the largest data centers in the world.
No niin, mitä nyt? Siinäkö se oli?
Every day, billions of people around the world use our epic data center CPUs and Instinct accelerators.
Nyt
The leading cloud
näyttistä.
companies, including Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Meta, Oracle, and many more, have all deployed AMD technology in their data centers. And many of the largest enterprises in the world also use AMD technology, including financial services, healthcare, industrial, automotive, and even Formula One. In entertainment, many of you may have seen Avatar, The Way of Water, over the holidays, but what you probably didn't know is that to really produce these movies, you need incredible technology, and the artists at Weta FX used AMD technology to build those stunning visuals. Let's take a look.
Creativity is an iterative process, so the more performance we can get out of our workstations and servers, the more headroom and time the artists have to do their best work. We tested all of the technology available to us on the market at the time, and AMD really came through for us. We found that it delivered the greatest performance per watt, per cabinet across our multiple workloads.
When we first installed the AMD
Intel Xeonetten kanssa aika kuseessa siitä saakka, kun AMD toi Epic Prost.
the new AMD EPICs for their shows going forward.
Artists can now see their scene rendered live in front of them, whereas before...
Tuli mieleen vielä tuosta loputtomasta suoasiasta. Nehän on tällä maapallolla sinne yhdelle saarelle varaustoinut sen betonikuvun alle ydinjätettä, vaan sehän vuotaa nyt koko ajan siellä, eikä kukaan tee asialle yhtään mitään. Jaha. Mitä siellä? Akkelattuja. No noita. Työhommi. Näytti olevan tulla oikein.
Where we're focused on meeting the insatiable demand for more compute in the most sustainable fashion. At the center of the modern data center is a high-performance CPU. Last November, we launched our 4th-gen EPIC processor. And it featured up to 96 Zen 4 cores and supports next-generation memory and I/O. 4th Gen EPYC is truly the world's best data center CPU with more than 300 world records. It also delivers leadership energy efficiency that translates into the best total cost of ownership. And when you look at the performance, EPYC is up to 3 times faster in cloud, enterprise, and HPC applications, and up to 2.6 times faster in up to 2.6 times faster in energy efficiency than the highest-end processor from our competition. And this is really critical as data center power consumption becomes a larger portion of the world's energy usage, and IT departments manage higher energy costs and constrained energy supply.
AMD ei väsy voittamaan, sieltä lainattiin sanat.
If you take a typical rack in a data center, you can hold up to 15 servers. If you choose our competition servers, 15 servers would deliver 8,500
serveri.
You can achieve that same level of performance with
vetää
just 5 AMD 4th Gen EPYC servers. And what this means, if you own a data center, this is just a huge benefit in terms of CapEx and OpEx. And now, when you look at a broader perspective of what it means for sustainability at the industry scale, last year we deployed about 15 million servers worldwide. If you consider the performance and energy efficiency advantages of our 4th Gen EPYC processors, that level, the impact is really profound. If you choose EPYC, you could save 52 billion kilowatt hours of electricity and avoid 26 million tons of CO2 emissions. And to remove this much CO2 from our atmosphere would require 28 million acres of forest. That's actually more than all of the national forest land in the state of California. This is why we spend so much time on energy efficiency at AMD. So now let me move to the world of data center AI, where the industry is focused on how to turn data into insights and actions. Today, we're going to preview AMD's first inference accelerator. This is the AMD
V70. Valovan merkki on päässyt AMD:n lokkoon
mukaan.
Siellä on uutta grafiikkaa, ei vaan tätä työkortti. V70 kyllä lähtee ja kulkee turbovaihe.
Multiple AI models, including video analytics, customer recommendation engines, while delivering just great compute efficiency in a small form factor. Let's take a look at some of this performance. In video analytics applications, you need things like object detection, classification, and video code decode real time. Alveo V70 delivers 70% more street coverage for smart city applications, 72% more hospital bed coverage for patient monitoring, and 80% more checkout lane coverage in a smart retail store than the competition. And all of this is within a 75-watt power envelope. And I'm very pleased to announce that we're going to take pre-orders for the V70 cards today, with availability this spring.
Noita, mitkä ei itseäisellä.
So let me finish off here by talking about the largest computers in the world, the supercomputers used for the most advanced scientific research. We are very proud of our leadership in HPC. Today, the world's fastest supercomputer and the first to break the exaflop barrier actually resides at Oak Ridge National Labs, and it's powered by our AMD EPYC Instinct technology. And actually, 75% of the world's top 20 most energy-efficient supercomputers are powered by AMD. Now, the next big challenge for the industry, it's about delivering the next step function of improvement in compute performance. That is processing even more data to enable the next generation of HPC.
Ensin haukutaan ja sitten siirrytään
we've been developing the world's first data center processor that combines a CPU and GPU on a single chip. Our Instinct MI300 is the first chip that brings together a data center CPU, GPU, and memory into a single integrated design. What this allows us to do is share system resources for the memory and I/O, and it results in a significant increase in performance and efficiency, as well as it's much easier to program. MI300 combines our next-generation CDNA 3 GPU architecture that's optimized for HPC and AI performance, as well as 24 Zen 4 cores. And to feed all those compute engines, we added 128 gigabytes of HBM3 memory. And what we're doing here is it's actually extremely advanced technology. We're actually using 3D stacking to put multiple GPU and CPU chiplets on top of a base die, which connects the memory and the rest of the system. So let me show you one more chip tonight.
Mahtaa olla kouran koko. No niin, minähän arvasin, se on iso tuo. Voi perhana. Kauhia meloni. Kyllä siellä aiemmat sveat swipperit jää pieneksi. Samaa kokoa olle vissiin aika lailla.
It has 9 5-nanometer chiplets
Mitään
that are
seurannut
3D
joskus
stacked
noita
on top of 4
Swipper-juttuja.
6-nanometer chiplets with significant HBM surrounding it. And it has more than 146 billion transistors.
Jaha.
From a performance standpoint, on AI workloads, MI300 delivers 8 times more performance and 5 times better efficiency than our MI250X, which was already powering the world's fastest supercomputer. And let me tell you what this means. MI300 can train much larger AI models faster, at lower cost, and with less power. And just to put this in perspective, over the holidays, there's been a lot of talk about ChatGPT and what you can do with these large language models. What you probably didn't know is that it takes months to train on thousands of GPUs that consume millions of dollars of electricity. MI300 can reduce the time to train these models from months to weeks with dramatically lower energy costs. And more importantly, it can also support much, much larger models that can be used for even more advanced and more powerful AI services in the future. So I'm very happy to say MI300 is currently in the labs and will be sampling to customers shortly. And you can expect that we'll bring MI300 to market in the second half of this year for both HPC and AI solutions. So it's been absolutely wonderful being here with you tonight, but it is time to wrap up. We showed you a ton of technology today, highlighting everything that we can do with high performance and adaptive computing, whether you're talking about mobile PCs or the best gaming processors or the next generation of AI.
Se on tosiaan iltapäivä kautta ilta menossa, kun täällä on aamu.
With our partners and with the ecosystem to really solve some of the world's most important challenges. I am so happy and honored to be in this industry. This is the best time to be in semiconductors. It's the best time to be in tech. And I love what we're doing together. Thank you for being such a great audience here in Las Vegas. And thank you to everyone watching online.
Se oli siinä. Se oli siinä, kyllä. Joo. Tulihan sieltä noita prossuja kuitenkin. Harmi, ettei ollut mitään. No, ne tulee varmaan tässä kuukauden 2 päästä nuo Radeonit. Niin, mutta eipä ollut yllättävää, että eivät niitä vielä julkaisseet. No kyllä, kun niin vasta julkaistiin. Menihän niillä viimeksikin 3 kuukautta, että julkaistiin ne RX 7000, eikö 6700 XT ja 6700. Jep. Siinä. Sieltä porukka häviää koko ajan. Joo. Kyllä se niin oli, että No. Mutta vahingossa tuli tuotuna, että I took the video. Onko muuten näillä myynnissä täällä omassa verkkokaupassa näitä näytöohjaimia? On siellä. Täältähän sitä halvimmalla saapi. Pikkusen reilu. Niin no tuon XT-mallia. Pikkusen reilu tonni. Tämä on harvinaista, että täältä löytyy näitä näytöohjaimia. Mutta ei muuta kuin öitä vaan. Hyviä öitä Santeri Pusalle ja mukava kun olit mukana. Joo, itse tässä varmasti käydä pihalla ja pikkusen vielä oikasta. Mulla pitää sitten 8 maissa lähteä pari asiaa hoitamaan. Katsotaan nyt mitä täällä oli täällä. No näitä, joo. Mahtaa tulla ilman postia täältä kun tilaa nämä suoraan, joo. Tai rahtimaksua siellä. Täällä on tätä parasta RGB-tuuletinta, mitä löytyy AMD-nusta vakiojäähystä. Pitäisi joskus tilata, kun näitä ei taho saada oikein mistä. Välillä aisaa tipahti tuo juttu. Välillä on ollut Jimsillä ja välillä ei ole. No joo. Pitääpä käydä Jimsiltä vielä katsomassa noita TTR5 emoja ja noita. Tää täällä on. Joo. Demo-levyt. Tämä on justi. Ei oikein varmasti DS. Mulla oli, no se on taas eri juttu, vaan katsotaan vaan äkkiä. Kyllä sieltä saa lähteä 200 järkiä eteenpäin, että jos aikoo ostaa. Sitten on vielä erikseen nämä E-mallit. Mikä ero näissä sitten on? Onko siellä jotain vähän järijämpää? Mulla on tuommoinen peris RP, kun tuli 3000, vaan onko se sellainen iso tuo ainakin on valoja siinä kaiket, ei ole ollut ikinä koneessa kiinni. Joo, tätä on kuulemma tullut vissiin nuissa justiin vielä noissa 3-tonnisissa. Näitä tuli 1000 sarjalaisten mukana, prossujen mukana kans, mutta sitten ne lopetti näette. Ei enää ole minkään mukana. Tässähän kuitenkin on tuo... No, niin, 105 TDP. Joo, kyllä tuo... Niin. Tää se on tuossa? Katsotaanpa äkkiä. Prosessorit, kun eihän näitä muista. No vaikka tässä, paljonko tässä on TDP? No justiin tuo 105. En tiedä riittäisikö tuo. Oho, 30 noussut prossuhinta. Eikö, oliko se, katsotaanpa paljon dataa tuo Niikillä maksaa. Elää sinä sinne me. No 399, eli se on ollut tuo, minä muistin vaan väärin, kyllä se nyt maksaa 5600 X saman verran. Silloin kun minä ostin tuo 5600 sen, niin se maksoi 190. Kyllä, joo. Kyllä se näin on. Siellä oli semmoista ja tämmöstä ja pakko sanoa, että tämmöisestä kun tulee 3D-malli, niin varmasti on hinta siellä 700 reilu yläpuolella. Eli tuosta isosta Prims-jäystä voisi sitten jotain rahaakin saada. Kyllä siitä, ehdottomasti. Tämä on aika haluttu jäähy. Minä olen kuullut tuolla ja nähnyt jossain keskustelupallostolla, että harmi kun ei taho noita. Se niin. Tästä tuolta jytkästä. Sehän on vähän melko paljonkin jyhkiämpi verrattuna siihen alkuperäiseen. Tai alku siihen pikkuluippuun, mitä niitä on niitä. 4600 G enää 120 ja joo, no nuillapa ei nyt. No aivan älytön mitä nämä niinku 5800 X ja nämä on halapunut tässä, mutta se peli lisää suorituskyky, niin se maksaa melkoisesti tuolla. Pitääpä vielä mennä vaikka katsomaan joku. Laitetaan tuo 5800 X3 TVS vaikka. Mitä näitä oli näitä uusia? Laitetaan nyt vaikka tuo. Pitää ottaa huomioon, että siellä on toisessa jo käytössä ne. No niin, ja sitten onko täällä? Tuollahan on tuommoinen, mistä ei älyä nouse, kun vilkastaa äkkiä. Joo, muistan sen pikkujäähön, kun tuli tonni 600 Ryzenin mukaan. Mulla tuli tuonkin mukana semmonen. Nythän ei enää edes 7600 X mukana laiteta. Nehän on tämmöisissä luikkupaketeissa. Tässä vähän kestää. Katsotaanpa äkkiä. Peli käytössä. Kun ei muista. Vielä vähän eteenpäin. Toki. No. Joko siellä alkaa ensin. No niin, siinä alkaa eka peli vilkastaa äkkiä. Elikkäpä. No, tuo on vasta Spider-Mani, mutta. Niin. Ei se tämä 5800 X3T, niin tämä ei ole kyllä paha prosessori, kun ajattelee. Sitten kun sieltä tulee vielä jytkympi, niin sitä on sitä lisää suorituskykyä. Mutta on se tuo 7600 X hyvä. Ja pitää ottaa huomioon, että tuolla on vaan i13600K tuolla Intelillä, mutta. Joo. Ja joissain peleissä ei mitään eroa näillä sitten, jännä sinänsä. Mitä ihmettä? Niin siellä on, joo, nyt minä ymmärrän kyllä. Jostain kumman syystä on medium graphics quality. Yleensähän laitet on ne lovit ja ne näissä. Kun näitä prossuja mitataan kesken. Joo. Outo juttu. Kyllä se on, no. Testejä on monenlaisia. Just kerroin aiemmin, että se 517 on nykyään ihan kelpo. CPU, näinpä. Kyllä sillä pärjää. Kun ajatellaan 2 vuotta sitten, kun 5600 X tuli, niin sehin on vielä ihan, niinku, se on parempi entä tuo prosessori. Pikkusen, totta kai. Hei, mitä siellä on? Eikö Jaane lataasi vaan vielä video erikseen tuosta Tuketelvi Advance. Pitääpä äkkiä pieni hetki. Vilikasta. Joo, niin oli. Joo, kyllä. Niin, kyllä siellä on se. Joo. Kyllä kai se siinä sitten oli taputeltuna, että ei tässä sen kummempia. Joo, mukava kun Jappus oli mukana ja Santeri Pusa ja kävihän siellä Ville ja muutama muuhin pyörähtämässä. Ei nyt mitään mahdottomia, mutta en minä ole ottanut, että tähän aikaan aamusta käy. Eihän sitä aikaisemmassakaan käynyt kuin reilu 30, mutta kuitenkin kaiken kaikkiaan joo. Ja semmonen se oli. Pitää lähteä itsellä käymään tuolla ulkona ja näin. Tuleeko illalla striimiä vaan vasta? No minä en ole ihan 100 varma. Minä en vielä uskalla sanoa, että tuleeko tänään tuonne Twitchin puolelle tai sinne siis pelistriimiä, että jos tulee, niin tulee ilmoitus. En ole ihan varma vielä. Voi olla, että vasta huomiselle menee tuohon 24 tunnin striimiin, vaan en luppaa vielä mitään, kun se voi olla, että jos mulla tulee tuossa menoa iltapäivällä ja näin, niin sillä voi olla, että ei tuu tänään, mutta katsotaan nyt vielä. Joo, ja jos striimiä tulee sinne Twitchiin, niin sitä sittenkin tuli sillä nimellä, joo. En osaa sanoa, sillä minä eilenkin vielä vähän, kun ei ole yhtään varma vielä, niin se leviää kyllä tuossa, joo, kyllä. Pitää jos sitä tulee sitä striimiä tänään, niin vartti siinä ootella vaikka, että joku sieltä ilmestyy. Jep, nyt safkaa vasaamaan nukkumaan. Hyvät päivät jatkot sinne. Joo, ja hyvät yöt sinne vai huomannetko näin. Ja kiitoksia kun olit mukaan. Ei muuta kuin seuraavan kertaan ja se on moro next time.